give Daddy and Mama a chance to respond to these things. So, Daddy, if you can come up, and Mama, you can come up.
First, I want to thank every one of you for coming. I'm glad to see you all. I love you. Some of you I haven't seen in many, many years. But I'm glad to see you tonight. May not ever be another night like this. One of these days we plan on leaving this old world, going to a better place. First, I want to thank the Lord for what He's done in my life, what He's done for my family. I can stand up here tonight and tell you that I have 7 children. And far as I know, not the first time has one of them ever been arrested. I had to serve any time in jail. They've lived a wonderful life, and I appreciate that with all my heart. But the most important thing I want to tell you is I'm serving the Lord. And I'm looking forward to that time that I'll leave this old world. There won't be any heartaches there. There won't be any sorrow. There won't be any crying or teardrops. There'll be joy throughout eternity. I appreciate that. Next, I want to say that I appreciate the wonderful life that I've had for 60 years. You know, we don't mean that we never disagree. We still disagree. But we've been together 60 years, had a wonderful family, and I trust her with every bit of the heart I have. And she deals with all the finances. I don't know what we have or who we owe or anything like that. And I appreciate that. And I want to say that this evening, I appreciate President McCain. He's been my precious friend for many, many years. We worked together. He's come up to me many times. He's hit me like that. You old so-and-so, get out of the way and I'll climb that pole for you. That's pretty boy. He's been good to me. I appreciate that. And I want to thank him for his pastor, for Brother Father George. It's been so nice to us. Let us have this building and helped us in every way he could. I appreciate that. And I'll just, one of these days, I hope to see every one of you up in heaven. And I'm glad that I can come and talk to you. Glad that we can visit. I can look into your face. And may not ever see you again, but I'll see you tonight. And I appreciate that. And I thank you for all my loved ones, my kids, my grandkids, my in-laws. I ain't got mouth. And I just want to say thank all of you for coming. And I appreciate all the wonderful, wonderful effort that's been put forth by my kids. Donna has worked so hard for the last months trying to get all this together. Made this long trip from Georgia, and I appreciate that. I appreciate Ron and Dolores coming from Texas, Jack and Dan coming from Florida, and all you that's here. And Danny coming all the way from Africa over here, and I appreciate that. And all the efforts that's been put forth to make this a successful reunion. Thank you very much.
When I'm supposed to speak or whatever, I'm not a good speaker. Always end up writing. My granddaughter was getting married. She's 32 years old. Okay. My granddaughter was 32 years old, and she's getting married. She called me and she said, "Mimo, I want you to write me a poem on the wedding." I got off the phone and I said, "I don't know if I can write it." I went in there and started the bed. First thing you know, I was sitting on the side of the bed, and about I'd say 30 minutes, I had her cornbread. Sent it to her in a few days, I got a call. Grandma, I want to use that for my reception. I want you to make one for my wedding about raising children and all that kind of stuff. First thing you know, I had another poem written. So tonight, I can't speak very well, but I've got a poem written, so I will read it to you. Look, an old lady, nearly 80 years old, standing here, with our family, 5 sons and 2 daughters also near. My husband, too, is among this nice crowd and can be seen, whom I met and married when we were both 19. Why are we gathered together? What brought us here? Why have all the children come home this time of year? Of course, we all know the answer. We've come to celebrate the 60th wedding anniversary of Carl McCain and Georgia, his mate. In 1946, on returning home from the Navy, Carl met a young girl. And after a short courtship, he felt he had found a pearl. So he popped the question and she decided to accept. And for 50 years now, their wedding vows they have kept. God bless this home with 2 daughters and 5 boys. And as each one came along, it brought the parents great joy. They're all with us tonight with their companions so dear, all except one companion who was not able to be here. Donna's husband, Ken, was tied up and not able to come, so he decided in his place to send his only son. Also, some of the grandchildren couldn't make it here. One is in Nigeria, and one's 7 months pregnant with a little son so dear. And incidentally, this is mine and my husband's first great-grandchild. The very thought of being great at our age causes us to smile. There may be a couple more of the grandchildren who are not here, but no fault of their own, so we won't shed not one tear. Thanks a lot to all of my family who have come such a long way, as did Danny's family from Nigeria for this eventful day. And Donna, Jackie, and Rhonda's family came from another state to be with Mom and Daddy on this very important day. The other 3 boys are my local sons, Kenny, Randy, Barrett, and family. So glad they could come. Thanks also to our many friends, our relatives as well. We appreciate your efforts in being here more than words can tell. We have no idea how much longer on this old earth will trod. For all of us are aware that this is entirely left up to God. Carl and I will both be 80 years old on our next birthday. So we're not young chicks anymore, some of you would say. But we're thankful that God has spared us these many, many years, though at times our many trials has caused us to shed a few tears. But God has promised that someday He'll wipe the tears from our eyes. And when He does, there'll be no more heartaches or sad goodbyes. So let us enjoy our celebration of this wonderful night, leaving behind our troubles and looking only for the bright lights. Personally, I'm thankful we can be together one more time, reminiscing on past blessings that often come to our mind. It is very probable that we'll never meet exactly like this again. So let us enjoy tonight and leave the future in God's hands. Thanks to Father George and all of his people for sharing with us this place. With a big crowd like this, I'm sure Father George will need more grace. In closing, I'd like to thank Donna for all of her tedious work in baking and sending invitations and compiling our famous cookbook. She spent many long hours, even took off work a couple days. So for most of the planning, Donna deserves praise. May God bless my precious family and each and every one of you. I know you realize we love you with a love that's strong and true. As long as I have breath, I'll be your friend, I'll be your mother. And when I leave this old world behind, there will be another. He extends to one and all a divine call and His gracious love. That is our Heavenly Father, who is looking down from above. He is just now beckoning to all of us to hear His loving voice, as if saying, if you never meet again on earth,